Hey, what's up, folks? I hope you can hear me well. I literally just got back from the movie theater. Went to go see Captain America: Brave New World. Weak script, but fun stuff happened in the movie. There's fun sequences, good action sequences, had a lot of heart, but the script was kind of weak. Overall, it was fine, no big deal, but that's what I came back to. I literally just walked into the room here from the movie theater, came back, I started the laptop up, and we're here. But yeah, solid movie, it was solid. We're going to be talking about SmackDown, Vengeance Day, and whatever else happened this weekend that you want to talk about. Mike is muted? Uh-oh. What do you mean? You can't hear me? Something's on my audio. Okay. What? Okay.
How about now? How about now? So maybe I have to restart this whole entire stream, because I might have to, depending on... It's good now? Weird. That's so weird. Anyway, so you guys heard nothing. Okay, let's try that again. Came back from movie theater. Captain America: Brave New World was a solid film. The problem was the script this week. The action was good. There's some fun moments. Has a lot of heart in the movie, but the script was not great. But overall, it was fine. I'd say probably 6.5 to 7 out of 10. It was fine. But we're back here at the house to talk about SmackDown and Vengeance Day and whatever else we want to talk about that happened over the last couple of days. I hope all is well. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know why that did that. But anyway, we should be good now. Vengeance Day, I thought, was a good show, like always, with NXT. Always produces a lot of good stuff, a lot of good matches. Okay, even though it may not be the most eventful show. Well, there's surprises. I didn't see Trick Williams losing to Eddie Thorpe. That was a shocker. There's some other surprises here and there. We had a reveal of a new faction. These 4 dudes from the PC. I saw some people thought it was TNA folks. No, that's not a TNA group. That is a new group from the PC. So we'll see how that goes for them. It's like people calling it Retribution 2.0. Jack was excited about that online, but we'll see how that goes. I'm not really convinced yet. We don't know. We haven't experienced that group yet, so I don't know what to think about that. But it's clear to me that the higher ups over there at NXT appreciate, or at the very least like, Eddie Thorpe to the point where they're willing to push him. So we'll see how Eddie Thorpe goes and how well he does without Trick Williams. And yeah, I'm not convinced by Eddie Thorpe, but don't tell Dakota Kai I said that. On SmackDown, we got a reveal of, not really a reveal, but we got an update, or what's the word I look for? There's been some progression on the Jade Cargill front. Who attacked Jade Cargill? We got an alternate angle. We're talking about that. Also talking about Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. And if that's a match for WrestleMania, I like what they're doing with Solo Sikoa and Jacob. Is the Bloodline back? Is the Bloodline interesting again? I don't know. We'll see. If you guys think it's interesting or not, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm liking what they're doing with Solo Sikoa. So we'll talk about that. Giulia getting a lot of hate. We'll talk about Giulia and everything's happening online, the IWC, and the talk about her performance in the main event. I think there's much to do about nothing. I was kind of annoyed this morning reading all of the tweets on my timeline about Giulia. We'll dive into that. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let's start with what just happened. We'll go from Saturday and work back. So we'll start with Vengeance Day. We'll work back to SmackDown, and maybe we'll talk about AEW a little bit. I didn't really watch that show. I watched some matches, but not all of it. Let's start with Vengeance Day, okay? So the women opened up the show and closed the show, which means that they are the most important part of that show right now. Triple H has programmed me to believe that you open strong and you close strong. So they opened up with the women's North American title, and they closed with the WWE NXT women's title. So the women are clearly the focus of the show. I'm not complaining. Fine by me, right? So let's start with the first lady that opened up the show. Well, the first match was with Fallon Henley versus Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer is an absolute mega star. Now, I, of course, and most people, it's not news, like it's not breaking news. I saw this coming, of course. Why? Well, Stephanie Vaquer is a made-to-raid superstar. Ready-made. She's plug and play. You know those advertisements when they gave you those little pieces of paper with the instructions? They say, oh, it's plug and play. All you gotta do is get the appliance from Amazon, you plug it in, and it's good to go. You gotta do any weird things, no downloading any programs, no weird builds, no, you just plug it, play, right? That was Stephanie Vaquer is. She's a ready-made mega star. You bring her in, don't mess with her, tell her go out there and be cool, and you're good. She doesn't have to talk, she don't do shit beyond being awesome, being dope, and being like this awesome wrestler. That's what she is. She is so damn over in NXT, it's crazy. The entire match, Stephanie. The entire match, nothing but Stephanie chants. She is so goddamn cool. Like the whole rule of cool thing, right? Things don't have to make sense. You don't have to put any work into it. As long as it's cool, it works, right? Stephanie Vaquer is a ready-made, complete package. She's beautiful. She is talented. She has aura. She's one of the best, full stop, in the ring, right? There's only like what? If we're going to name the top 10 best in the ring ladies in the world, you can't leave her name out. Somewhere with the top 5, top 10, whatever, her name gets named, right? At some point, her name comes up. This is a bona fide can't miss moneymaker, which is why Tony Khan was upset. I don't know why Tony Khan was so pissed. Evidence, Exhibit A, Stephanie Vaquer. She is a can't miss hit, and she's going to print money. I'm happy for her. I saw it coming. I said it a long time ago. I said Stephanie Vaquer is going to walk in WWE and be over, and there's no work needs to be done. She go right to main roster and be completely great, and there's nothing needs to be worked on. Okay? So I'm happy for her. Good match with Fallon Henley. Crowd was hot for it. Again, they're chanting her name the entire time. Fallon Henley got heat. Great spots from her. All her springboard action, her springboard dives, all her moves are over. Her moveset is great. Her finish was fantastic. That corkscrew moonsault is what's called the spiral. What do you call it? Spiral tap? I don't remember the name of the damn thing. She's awesome. That's my point. Stephanie Vaquer, so goddamn good. Her mic work is irrelevant. That's how much of a star she is. Her English is limited. She's learning English, right? But you're that cool and you're that much of a star, you don't have to talk that much. That is the kind of superstar we're dealing with. She'll get better on the mic with the English, and then it's going to be like, it's going to be over for everybody. That's how over she is. You don't want to root against her. You can't help but love her. I thought they're going to go the route of making her a heel. That is a mistake. If it happens, whatever, she'll do that fine. But she's so goddamn over. They'd be better off when it comes down to the Stephanie Giulia match. They'd be better off making Giulia the heel. One, because Giulia is a natural heel. You watch her stuff in Stardom, watch her stuff in her faction DDM back in the day. Okay, I said back in the day, like 10 years ago, like 5 years ago, 3 years ago, right? She's better as a heel for me. That's where she really feels comfortable. Giulia, she is. Go watch her stuff with Tam Nakano. Go watch her stuff back in Stardom. She's a natural heel. She's very good at it. They gotta let her be a heel. Let that charisma come out. Let that attitude comes out that she produces. And let Stephanie be the cool, badass babyface. That'll work fine. It'd be perfect. Perfectly fine. That's the kind of star we're talking about here with Stephanie Vaquer. I just love her. I mean, I can't say enough. I mean, superlatives out the wazoo. Mega star on the main roster. It's going to be crazy to see. Spiral tap, that's right. I knew it. Thank you, Soccer TV. I think she's a bigger ceiling than Rhea Ripley, not going to lie. Well, considering her, well, she's the actual mommy, right? Speaking of Rhea Ripley, she's the actual mommy. Speaks Spanish, South American, all that marketing and dollars down there, that demographic, the culture, hard on me. But La Primera is pretty fine. I'll go with that as well. How many women in WWE are actually good in promos? Just a handful. People need to realize Bianca isn't turning heel anytime soon. Talk about that later. Remind me later on when we're talking about Jade Cargill's nonsense. Stephanie is awesome. She is. Io is cool too, but she doesn't have merch. Well, let me read that again. Io is cool too, but deleted it. Okay. I hope we don't get title versus title. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Ava came out and said that's not going to happen, so I don't think so. We're not worry about that. I think Giulia will have Jordynne Grace on her radar, I think, but I can't say enough. Giulia, perfect. I think she's the perfect superstar. Her mic work will get better over time. She doesn't need it right now. That's how cool she is. And like I said before, I now believe that they can do either one. They could go Stephanie as a heel or Stephanie as a face when it comes to Giulia. Be perfectly fine. So she's the new North American champion. Speaking of Giulia, Giulia had a match herself in the main event. Now, I watched this match twice now. I watched it twice. It was a fine match. Good overall. Well, there were some sloppy bits, some sloppy moments, and they all involved Giulia. Now, the talking point in the IWC about the main event has been interesting to watch. It made me tweet out something this morning, a very long-winded diatribe about Giulia. People are not complaining. They're talking about her in-ring performance, and some people are saying it wasn't that great. Some people are hating on her and calling her overrated, not very good, yada, yada, yada. In my personal opinion, I think Cora Jade and Roxanne are the best performers in that match. I thought it's nip and tuck between those two. Some people say Cora was better. Some people say Roxanne was better. I see it both ways. I'll give the nod to Roxanne only because she did more. There are more spots in the match that required a little bit more difficulty, and she was asked to execute those things, and I thought she did it well. So because they gave her a little bit more stuff to do, and she put it off well, I'll give the nod to Roxanne. But if you say Cora Jade was the best, no complaints here. And I'm somebody who's given Cora Jade a lot of criticism over the years, right? But I'm telling you, she was great last night. I call it like I see it. I'm not a stand. I don't like pull punches or show favoritism. Cora Jade was great. She didn't put a foot wrong. Hit all her spots. She was there. She was fast. She was crisp. Cora was awesome. Roxanne was good. I thought Bayley was okay, but had some sloppy moments with Giulia. And I thought that was probably Giulia's worst performance in the WWE ring. Now, does that mean she was horrible? No. You can have A performances. Like, let's say you took 5 tests. You had 4 A's, and one of them was a C. Okay, well, the C was clearly the worst performance, but a C is not terrible, right? It's in comparison. All her performances prior to this were better than what we saw last night. Therefore, it's her worst performance. But it doesn't mean the sky's falling and she was terrible. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, I'm just saying it was her worst performance. But that's caused people to come out and say she's overrated, she's not that good, yada, 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 right? So when it comes to Giulia, this narrative about her that we saw come out within the IWC last night, kind of what I expected to happen all around, like all together, like the whole entire time when it comes to Giulia. Giulia, and I'll pull up my tweet I made this morning about Giulia and what I was seeing online. Basically, what I'm saying here is, when Giulia came into WWE, what I like about Giulia was not necessarily her in-ring. Her in-ring is good, but it's not the best thing about her as a performer. The best thing about her as a performer is her charisma, the storytelling aspects, the character work. That's what I like about Giulia. That's my favorite part about Giulia. That's why I think she's great. She reminds me of Becky in that respect. But when you're transitioning from Japanese to English, right, a little bit harder to showcase all that, right? But I think she still does a very good job, in my opinion, of showcasing that side of her character and that side of her as a performer. Her in-ring was never the best. In fact, wasn't her best attribute. Because in fact, in Japan, that's what people used to knock her for. In Japan, they used to say she's not that good in the ring. They're pushing her because of her looks and yada, 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 right? She doesn't have that athletic trait. She won't ever be confused with the Mayus, the Cerise, the Eos guys, even the Starlight Kids and the Hazukis and even Natsupoi. I can name like 20 Joshis. I mean, real talk. I can name like 20 Joshis, in my opinion, like forgetting about North American talent, right? Forgetting about South American talent. I can name about 20 Joshis. I'm about to sneeze. I can name like 20 Joshis that are better than her in the ring. Okay, it wouldn't be hard to do that. That's not the point. Okay, that's not the point of, like, she's good. She's good in the ring. So this narrative that she's overrated. there it is. Excuse me. That probably came from a couple of things. How much people hyped her up, and maybe also to do with the WWE's branding of her being the best in Japan. There's other things to consider, like the PWI or PW Insider ranking, stuff like that. Not PW Insider. What am I talking about? I'm losing it. What's the name of that damn thing? PWI rankings. Yeah, okay. Pro Wrestling Illustrated, not Pro Wrestling Insider. I lost it for a second. Anyway, stuff like that went into possibly her being seen as something else than she was. I always said, you're never getting another Io Sky. You weren't getting an Asuka. You're getting something else. A good wrestler who is a star power, charisma, storytelling aspects, character work. That's what you're getting. You weren't getting this in-ring aficionado, right? So what's happening now is that people are watching her. Maybe she has a rough night, wasn't great. Now, I'm not seeing what's the big deal here. What's the big deal? I thought she was supposed to be this great wrestler. What's going on here? You have her supporters coming out to her defense to say, she's amazing, shut up, you're wrong, yada, yada. So now you have this headbutting between these two factions, for better, that's how I phrase it, these two factions of people, okay? Her fans, her stands, and people who think that she's overrated. And it's getting kind of annoying, because now it's like, you both are kind of wrong, okay? In my opinion, Giulia is a good wrestler. She's good, but it's not her best attribute. That's all I'm trying to say. Not the best thing about her. The other stuff, the intangibles, like character work, mic work, storytelling, presence, attitude, stuff like that. That's what makes her great. You combine all that with the good wrestling, you have a good superstar, a great superstar, right? But her in-ring was not the best. Never was, okay? And that's fine. That is fine. Perfectly fine. You can be a good wrestler, that's what she is, a good wrestler, and be a big star and be awesome and have great matches. You don't have to be Io Sky, Suri, Mayu Watani, Natsupoi, Shuri, I even say Starlight Kid. Like this, Azumi, there's a bunch of people better than her in the ring. But you don't need to be that to be a superstar and be amazing and be awesome, okay? That's my entire point. Now, there's some people who think, oh, I thought she was going to be better than she is. She's not wowing me in the ring. She's not a great athlete. She's not wowing me. Okay, that's fine. But there's other people who are like taking shots at her, like they want to shit on her. Like this, they're waiting for the opportunity to be an ass and be disrespectful and say she sucks. That's not what I'm talking about. If you are genuinely like, oh, I thought she was something different in the ring, that's fine. That's fine. But the people who are going out to just attack her and hate her, that's something completely different. That's not an honest critique. That's not an honest criticism. That's just you trying to be an asshole, okay? Giulia is very good. I'm a fan. But not because he's a great in-ring worker. That's not why I'm a fan of her. That's all I'm saying. People are just mad because she kind of been pushed and marketed since she's been, okay. So people who are mad that she didn't go to AEW or they're mad that she left Japan, stuff like that, I don't have time for those people. Those people can go to hell. Who cares, right? I'm trying to talk to people who are like being genuine about it. I don't have a problem with that. If you thought you're going to get something else, that's fine. But I try to tell folks that wasn't going to be the case. She's just good. She's good. She's just not in the EO. She's not a Mayu. She's not a Azumi. She's not that. But she's good. She's good. But yeah, Bailey, her match has been kind of hit miss these days. That's just reality of the situation. Again, I like Bailey, but let's tell the truth. Her matches these days, they're hit and miss. They can be good or kind of clunky. Good, clunky, fluctuating, hasn't been as consistent these days. That's fine to say, okay? Doesn't mean she sucks. Doesn't mean we're not a fan of her. Call it like we see it. So yeah, that match was okay. I thought Cora Jade showed herself well. I thought Roxanne showed herself well. Bailey was fine. And Giulia was fine. It wasn't her best performance, that's all. Felt like Giulia and Bailey had the most issues. Bailey working with Cora was fine. Bailey working with Roxanne was fine. Giulia working with Cora was fine. Giulia working with Roxanne was fine. But when Roxanne not there in the ring and Cora was out and it was just Giulia and Bailey, things were not great. And I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if they just don't have chemistry or someone was off. But because Giulia was doing the offense, every time it happened, Giulia was being the aggressor. She was the one doing the offense. So from that lens, it looks like she was messing up. Okay, when the person who's delivering the offense is botching, or the botch happens while you're delivering offense, it's like your fault. We don't know what really happened there, but when she was delivering the offense to Bailey, things weren't working out. Okay, that's the reality of the situation. It was a bad night on the office, a bad night in the office that day. Whatever, she'll be fine. I believe her performances before last night, were great. Best I've ever seen her. Her in-ring in NXT was the best I've seen her perform in the ring. So she's getting better. So nothing really to worry about. She'll be fine. Maybe maybe right in IY. Maybe they just don't have chemistry, and that is okay. But I think next time they wrestle each other, they'll probably look different. Something was off. Something was off. We don't know what it was. But I think next time they're in the ring, they'll be fine. I thought Cora was very good. I thought she was very good. So, Stephanie Vaquer definitely has more appeal, and she did get a bigger pop at the Rumble. Stephanie is more, yes, she has more of appeal. I agree with you. When comparing Stephanie and Giulia right now, Stephanie is more over, I think, and she has more upside. But that's probably because they both have aura, right? They both have star power, both have presence, they both have a good look. All that stuff is set. But Stephanie is already made in the ring right now. She's one of the best in the world in the ring. That's not Giulia. That's fine. Like I said before, Stephanie is top 10 in the world, in my opinion. Top 10 clear cut. Maybe in top 5 in ring. That's not Giulia. That's perfectly fine. It's fine. Giulia will be fine. I think Triple H is invested in her. He is so since he's invested in her, he'll do everything in his power to make it work. Like, she'll be fine. Okay, but she's not Stephanie. She's not. And that's okay. Stephanie is a rare breed. A rare breed of cool, aura, talent, and all in one package. You don't get that very often, which is why they were in a rush to sign her, and which is why Tony Khan was so goddamn pissed. You can't teach that talent. You can't teach it. You're either athletic like that, you're gifted like that, or you're not. Giulia will never be a Stephanie Vaquer. She'll never have that type of offense. That offense that pops the crowd. She can't do those corkscrew moonsaults. She can't do those springboards. She can't do that. And that's fine. Becky can't. And Becky's the biggest star in all of wrestling at one point, right? Gotta find a different way to do it. And again, just to be clear, Giulia is good in the ring. I don't want to come off across like I'm saying like she's not good. She's good in the ring. She's not Stephanie. Not many people are. Not many people are Stephanie Vaquer. Well, you're going to attract the Joshi stands. I haven't said anything wrong. It's funny because, like I said before, the Joshi folk were the people who were talking about Giulia's in ring for the longest time. They were saying, not that good in the ring. That's what they were saying. Her stands disagree with them. That was the battle back in the day. It was Giulia stands against the Joshi folk that were saying she's not that good. She's only getting pushed because of her look, right? That's what the talk was back in the day. Here we have Stephanie Vaquer getting those plates in. Cool. But like I said before, I think she's the most over right now in the women's division in NXT, and maybe even the men's division right now. She's that over. And it's hard to, it's not hard to see why you're that damn good and you look like that. You're just cool. You just have a cool factor. I mean, there's plenty of beautiful women in NXT, right? Who can go, but she has a special quantity, a special something that you can't really put your finger on. That's what she has, right? And she's awesome in the ring. So, ready-made superstar, can't mess it up. You just can't mess it up. All right, so that's that. Let's see what else happened on that show. Open for me had a good match, a good triple threat match. They still haven't pulled the trigger on Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. When will that happen? I don't know. But that was a good match. Fraction retained. Good match there as well. What else happened on that? What else? What was the other match besides those two? Oh yeah, Ethan Page beat Young OG, Javon Evans. That was kind of surprising. Well, I thought about it later on. I guess it wasn't that surprising. They had the whole thing where they said, hey, if something goes wrong, it's on you. Sign a waiver, right? So maybe that was a tease that Javon Evans was going to lose. So Javon Evans lost. Trick Williams lost. I need to rewatch that match. That Trick Williams, Eddie Thorpe match. I need to rewatch that. But he lost as well. That means Trick Williams gets called up immediately. I don't know. I think maybe there's another match. Does it happen at Stand and Deliver? I don't know. But I don't think that it's going to end like that for Trick Williams. I could be wrong. But I think Trick might face Eddie Thorpe again at some point before he goes up there permanently. Like I said before, the draft is not until after Mania, and the transfer window is closed. So everybody's saying, oh, Roxanne is permanently on Raw. I don't think so. I could be wrong. But I think she'll do both. She'll still be in NXT. Maybe a feud with Cora Jade. Maybe her best friend feud there. She'll do both. She'll be on Raw. She'll go to the Chamber. But then she'll go back to NXT. I don't think she'll be permanent on Raw or SmackDown until the draft. That goes for Trick Williams and everybody else. You gotta stop talking about NXT talent going up to the main roster permanently. They could have did that back before the freaking transfer window closed. So let's not say that they're going to go up now. Let's wait till the draft. I'm of the assumption that Trick, Roxanne will be in NXT along with Jordynne Grace, along with Ricky Starks, or whatever the hell they want to call him. They'll be down there until the draft. Okay? Rick is losing his momentum. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. The fatal influence make Stand and Deliver. I don't know. That's a damn good question. Will Fallon Henley make it? You have to consider folks like Jada Parker. You got to consider folks like Connie Jordan. It's a tough card to make. It's a tough card to make. A lot of talent. Jordynne Grace, Stephanie, Giulia, Zarya, Soruka. A lot of talent. I'm not convinced. You can put Fallon Henley with JC Jane with Charlotte Flair. That'd be cool. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. That'd be cool. Give Charlotte Flair a faction. Why not? Let her boss around Fallon Henley and JC Jane. That would work well. Speaking of Charlotte Flair, he picked Tiffany. Shocking no one. Shocking only fools. Charlotte Flair picked Tiffany Stratton. I called this. Now, I thought Tiffany was going to win. So I'm wrong about that. I was wrong there. I thought she wouldn't clean, but they protected her, and they decided to protect Nia Jax. They didn't want Tiffany to get a clean win on Nia Jax, at least not yet. Maybe she will later on. Right now, she's down in the dumps. She's hurting. She's on the ground. Charlotte Flair comes up, and she challenges her. They are clearly, at this point, transitioning Tiffany to babyface. That's clear now. They'll be working with Trish Stratus. Be Trishy time and Tiffy time soon. So that's going to happen. So babyface Tiffany, we'll see how that goes. She's been a heel her entire career. With folks like Roxanne, Kalani Jordan, they've been doing both. They had Roxanne start as a face, transition to heel. Same with Kalani Jordan. Letting them work that out, letting them work on their character work. That didn't happen with Tiffany. She's been a heel the entire time. Looks like $1 million, right? Call her up. Let's go, Tiffany. You're up. Main roster. No time to work on her face run. So now, what we get will be whatever it is on the biggest stage on a Mania build. If you ask me, some folks disagree with me, whatever. I've said from the jump, I've said Tiffany should have started in the mid card. Let her beat whoever. She could have been the US champion or the IC champion. It didn't happen. They pushed her to the freaking Money in the Bank winner. Now she's opposite Charlotte Flair. Now she has to match that. That's tough. That's tough to do. It's going to be tough, especially when her mic work isn't the best in a live setting. But it'll be trial by fire. First time babyface run, cutting promos opposite Charlotte Flair. Good luck, Tiffany. Good luck. I hope she sails because I'm a Tiffany fan. Been a fan from the very beginning. Since I watched her in live 205, right? I've been a fan of hers. So we'll see what happens. But it's a lot to ask of a 25-year-old who's been wrestling for what? 3 years? How long has Tiffany been wrestling? 3 years? Maybe 4? Doesn't right now. Tiffany Stratton debut. Was when? I think it was I'll see in a second. November 16th, 2021. So yeah, less than 4 years. Yeah, less than 4 years she's been wrestling. And she's opposite Charlotte Flair. Okay. I hope it all works well. Hope it all works well. No, she's not. So she's well beyond the mid-card scene. It's all booking in creative. It's all booking creative. Vaquer is a star. She can go in the ring. Is she above the mid-card scene? Jordynne Grace, she's starting in NXT. Is she above the mid-card scene? No. It's all about booking. Stephanie Vaquer is a North American champion. She's better in the ring than Tiffany. She's a ready-made superstar now. Is she above NXT? Like, no, this is all about booking. You put her in the mid-card. She's a champion. She works on her promos. She develops, just like Braun Breaker, just like Gunther did. And then when it's time, you elevate her to the top title. I'm of the opinion it was too early for her. She'll do fine. She'll be fine. She's good in the ring. She'll be fine, right? But it's my opinion that they should have started her in the mid-card. She works on her in-ring, her mic work, her character work, gets settled to the WWE main roster, and then she pushes she's 25. She's not 35. She's 25. What's the rush? Where's there to go now? She's the Money in the Bank winner. She's facing Charlotte Flair. Where is there to go? Where's she going from here? She's going to be in the main championship, like she'll be at the top of the card for the next 10 years? No, she'll go back down. She'll go back up. She'll go back down. That's what they're going to do. Why start her there? Look at Bianca. She's been in the freaking tag team division for all year. You think Tiffany going to be in the main scene for her entire rest of her career? No. She'll go back down a little bit to the mid-card scene a little bit. My point is, why not start her there? This is what I would have done. Again, she'll be fine. The match will be fine. She'll do fine. It's not a big deal. I'm just saying what I would have done. That's all I'm saying. Rhea Ripley won the belt young. She's fine. Yeah, like I said, she'll be fine. What I'm saying is what I would have done. That's all. What I would have done. Rhea Ripley would be fine. Was fine, right? She was fine. She won the belt as a youngster. Her reign wasn't the best. Some people say her reign wasn't good, but that's on the booking. I also think Rhea Ripley was more ready than Tiffany was. Rhea Ripley had more of a run in NXT with the championship. Remember, this is a woman who faced Charlotte in NXT. She had a Mania match with Charlotte Flair while in NXT. It's a completely different situation. And also, Rhea Ripley has been wrestling longer. Rhea is not a product of the PC. She's wrestling back in Australia. Don't compare Rhea to Tiffany. It's a completely different situation. She's not a PC product. She's wrestling in Australia for a long time before she transitioned. Yeah, way more experience than Tiffany does. Way more. She wrestled at the same place Zarya did in Australia, right? So not an apple to apple comparison. It's completely different. Yes, she's been wrestling for a very long time. Well before Tiffany was. Anyway, neither here nor there. They made the decision. Tiffany will face Charlotte Flair. Will she win? Will Tiffany beat Charlotte Flair? There's two things to consider. Charlotte Flair returned from a long injury. It took her out for a long time. Not losing clean anytime soon. By clean, I mean not a strong loss. How am I trying to say this? Tiffany's not going to put her down. She's not going to put her down. If she beats Charlotte Flair, it'd be like a roll-up, like a surprise win, like a technicality. She's not going to hit her moonsault and pin her for the 1-2-3. That's what I mean. So if she retains, it'll be a surprise roll-up, or she'll use her smarts. She'll be tricky and win, right? I don't think Charlotte Flair is going to return from her hiatus, from a long injury, as this queen above it all, with all this presence and aura, and then lose for the 1-2-3. Not in the way you think. So if she loses, it'll be a way that they can justify a rematch. So I can see Tiffany beating Charlotte Flair and then losing at Backlash or down the road. Charlotte Flair will take the belt off Tiffany, whether it's Mania or Backlash or Healy after that, whatever. SummerSlam, I don't know. Tiffany will lose the belt to Charlotte Flair. The question is, will it happen at Mania? Right now, I'm going to lean towards no. I'll say Tiffany retains by hook or crook somehow, and we'll move from there. But she will ultimately lose the belt to Charlotte Flair at some point. So that's all I'll say. I'll not be surprised if Charlotte won it at Mania, but I think they'll have Tiffany retain somehow. Charlotte Flair been out a year. The first ever two-time Rumble winner. Yep, she's not losing. That's a fair point. Like I said, Tiffany may retain at Mania, but ultimately Charlotte Flair will beat her. So Charlotte Flair will be champion in 2025. Sometime in 2025, she'll be champ. Tiffany is a transitional champion. I can see that. I wouldn't be surprised by that one bit. She will be giving the belt to Charlotte Flair at some point. So May, June, yeah, sometime in less than 3 months after Mania, she'll be champion. So whether it's Mania or Backlash or whatever, sometime within Mania in that 3-month window, she'll beat her for the belt, I think. But Tiffany, she's a face. She'll be working with Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus came out to help her for some reason. I don't know why. But Nia Jax, it was kind of weird. Nia Jax was facing Tiffany. Tiffany went for her moonsault, she may have beaten her. We don't know, because Candice LeRae jumped in and interfered and caused a DQ. Now Jax was happy about that. I don't know why she's so happy. Maybe she thought she was in trouble. She's like, yeah, good job interfering in the match. I was about to lose. I can't explain why else she was happy about it. But she was happy that she got DQ'd and started jumping her. That's when Trish Stratus came out to help. And had a little backstage segment. It's clear they're going in the direction of Tiffany is a face. We'll see how it goes. But that's the match at the Chamber. But it's not official yet. I wonder how many matches we're going to get. Are we going to get like 6 or will it be 5 at the Chamber? Elimination Chamber 2025. What is it? Got the 2 chamber matches. And then what? Only 3 matches are official. Only 3. Tiffany, oh, it's official. I was wrong. Look like it's official. You got Tiffany, Trish versus Nia Jax, Candice LeRae. That's awesome with Candice LeRae. That's awesome for her. That's a PLE. That's cool. Apparently that's official. I didn't know that was official, but apparently it is. Right now, only 2 matches are, only 3 are. Both chamber matches and that tag team. This is a nothing tag team match. It'll be fun. Trish, Tiffany, but it's a nothing match. There's no stakes here. There's no stakes on the line. It'll be fun, but it's a match to get Trish Stratus on the card. Are we happy about that? Well, it's fine. I'm not mad about it. But it's a nothing match. You can skip it and it means nothing. There's no stakes. There's no stipulations that interesting here. Have a match. Tiffany will win, and that'll be that. It'll be Tiffy and Trishy time, and that'll be that. So hopefully it's fun, but it's a nothing tag team match. Some people think we may be getting KO Sammy. I'm not convinced. It's possible, but I think they want to sell the package pile driver is to push it to Mania. Now some people may say, oh, but what about KO against Randy? Kevin Owens should be facing Randy at Mania. Look, I'm not booking it. Maybe they will do that, but until it's official, I'm gonna assume they'll do KO Sammy later on. But what KO said was, come find me. He didn't say do a match. He said, I'll be in Canada. Come find me. So they may have a segment, like a brawl. Maybe not an official match, but maybe it's like a brawl. Hopefully Randy's not injured. I hope he's not injured, but we may have to wait for a Randy KO. May have to wait. May have to wait a bit. Sammy will be on Raw. That recently announced. Shinsuke LA Knight. Boo. Boo. I think originally it was planned Tiffany against Trish. You think so? Oh, you think they pivoted because of Charlotte Flair's reaction? Maybe if Charlotte Flair was cheered, they would have went with Tiffany being the heel, and then they would have did Tiffany, Trish. Because Charlotte Flair got booed, they decided to push her as a face. Maybe, I can see that. But anyway, we're gonna get a triple threat match. Well, not triple threat match, a tag match. We may get a triple threat match with Bianca, Naomi, and Jade. We'll talk about that later. We want that. We want a big 3 triple threat match. Yay or nay? We'll talk about that later. But anyway, Tiffany, not Jax, solid performance. There was a rocky moment, some rocky spots, some sloppy stuff here and there, but it is what it is. Overall, the match was fine. Charlotte Flair looked great. Looked like a star. Looked like the final boss here. Call her shot. Tiffany may win, but ultimately, she'll drop that belt to Charlotte Flair. Hopefully, it all works out for Tiffany. I'm rooting for her. She's great. Oh, another thing to say. Jordynne Grace popped up in NXT. Good for her. She got that cool We Are NXT shirt. Are we going to get Jordynne Grace against Giulia? Maybe. Now, I will say, asking me to rank these women in ring, Stephanie, Jordynne Grace, Giulia. That's my opinion. Does it matter? No. They're all stars. They're all awesome. But that's my ranking. If you want it from me, that's my ranking. We may get Jordynne Grace, Giulia at Stand and Deliver. That'd be awesome. How long will she stay in NXT? Who knows? But flexing here. This was them flexing. Now look at what we got here. Let me flex and show Giulia, Stephanie, and Jordynne Grace in the ring at the same time. Look at this flex. Good stuff from the WWE here. Where's it going to go? I don't know. Could do Zarya, Stephanie. But then again, Zarya, I believe, will have a feud with almost a Solo Sikoa. Ruka. That's where that's heading. And maybe a Stand and Deliver match. We may get Ruka, Zarya at Stand and Deliver. I'm not quite sure. Honestly, I'm a little not concerned. Ruka's booking is interesting. I would have thought she'd be pushed a little stronger than she is. Right now they can't. Could have these two megastars with the belts, right? Can't really push her now. But I would have thought that Ruka would have been like top babyface by now. Right now she's kind of hanging around in the tag division. You know, she's hanging around. Megastar, best athlete in the damn division. Looked great, great look. Personable. Relatable. What's not to like also, Ruka? Kind of have her in the cut. We'll see how that goes though. Who's my chamber winner? I don't know. I don't know. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not sure. I'll lean Liv, but I have no conviction whatsoever. No conviction at all when it comes to that. I'm going to save SmackDown Women's Division. I'm going to save Bianca, Jade, Naomi with Liv and Raquel. I'm going to save that for last. Let's move over to Ruka. Was it Ruka? I got it mixed up. Sikoa. Sikoa returned on SmackDown with his white look, white suit. Looking great, looking cool. I like this direction for Sikoa. Looks like he's now going to be supporting maybe Jacob Fatu, who's over right now. Jacob Fatu talking about Stephanie Vaquer's chants, right? Her name being chanted. Fatu was chanted while he was facing off with Cody Rhodes. The man was standing in the ring with Cody Rhodes, and they were chanting Fatu, Fatu. The man is over like Rover. Super over. Megastar on the line here with Jacob Fatu here. We'll see where it goes. We'll see how far he gets pushed. My opinion, I would have loved him to win the damn Rumble, crying out loud. I mean, over Jay, but I get it. Okay, I get it. The Yeet Man. Now, Jacob Fatu didn't need any catchphrase. He didn't need any funny lines, right? He got over on his presence, his aura, his mic work. Good for him. I like this direction. This is actually kind of interesting. Is it leading towards Jacob against Solo at Mania? Maybe. Either way, Solo accidentally hit Tama Tonga, and Jacob was about to throw hands on him. I'm curious to see where this goes. I'm very curious to see where it goes. So right now, I don't see a match for Jacob unless it's Solo. Like, who can he face? Randy? Can you do, assuming he's not injured, can you do Jacob Randy? Sure. But this may be direction right here for Mania. I'm not sure though. But I like the direction for Solo Sikoa here. I like the direction for Jacob Fatu. I think it all works very, very well. You think it's going to be Jacob Solo? I think so too, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure though. All gas, no breaks with it. That's his catchphrase. His catchphrase was, Solo, I love you. That was his catchphrase, but he doesn't say that anymore. That's why? He was disappointed. Character development, folks. Character development. He was disappointed with Solo Sikoa leaving the way he did. He lost to Cody Rhodes and walked out. He was not impressed by that. He was let down. Now he's taking over himself. I like the direction. I like the character development. It makes sense. They were looking for him backstage. They were disappointed in him. Where you been at, Solo? Where you been at? I like all that stuff. Good stuff. And then he said, Jacob, I love you, back to him. But Jacob did not return the love. So it'll be interesting to see the transition here. Will Jacob take the reins and be the front runner here? Probably, because Solo says he has to win the chamber to get back the title. He lost the match, so he won't be in the chamber, right? But Solo was telling him he needed to bring the championship back to the family. So he was supporting him as the champion, obviously, right? That's what you need to do in order to bring the belt back to the family. You gotta be champion. So he's supporting him as champion. It looks like. I like the direction here. We'll see where it goes. Where's Roman Reigns? Well, in kayfabe, he's injured, but the truth of the matter is he didn't want to be there. He has a contract to not show up so many dates. So we'll see when Roman gets back into here. But I like this direction. I like it. Hell, EO might turn before Dakota at this point. That's a thought. Jacob will turn on New Bloodline before Dakota will turn heel. Oh, that's what we're laughing at. I think Jacob won't turn on New Bloodline. He may turn on Solo. He may attack Solo, but I don't think he will turn on Tama Tonga at all. At least not right now. Later on, he may go solo. He'll go solo later on, but I don't see him turning on the New Bloodline right now or anytime soon. This chamber is so unpredictable. I had no idea. Same here. Plus, I guess the chamber winner would get involved with Rhea's match. I don't know about that. It's possible, but I'm not sure. Solo should get kicked out? I agree. Solo should be forced to go back to the OG Bloodline. I've been pitching that from the beginning. I said the endgame should be the 5 of them back together. By 5, I mean Sami Uso, Jimmy, Jay, Solo, and Roman. The original 5 coming back being baby faces. That should be the endgame. A complete full circle swing where Solo is now back with Roman. Doesn't have to be the same dynamic. They've changed, they developed, but I like that idea of all of it coming full circle with the OG Bloodline. Where is Hikalelu, whatever the hell his name is? Where's the other Bloodline member? They've been talking about, the dirt sheet's been talking about him for a while now. Where the hell is he at? Is he injured? The six guy. Wasn't he supposed to be back? Not back, but wasn't he supposed to be in the WWE? Wasn't he signed? What's going on with him? What the hell are you doing? I would have thought he would have been on TV by now if he was signed. Maybe he shows up at Mania? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. I hope all is well. He was signed a long time ago. Let me see something real quick. Where's this dude? Where I was told by the dirt sheets he was signed. Wrong visual. Here it is. Where's he at? Where is he? I was told he was signed. You training for NXT? I guess. I mean, I don't know. He's in the PC? I was lied to. Thought he was joining the New Bloodline. Oh well. That's that. I'm happy for Jacob and Solo. Hopefully all works well for them. Hopefully the storyline is good, interesting, so I don't have to be bored watching those goddamn Bloodline tag team matches. Those things suck. I skip those things because usually the same thing over and over again. Same tag match over and over again. What was it on SmackDown? It was Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes. What was the match on SmackDown? What was the SmackDown main event? Wasn't it Cody and Damian Priest against Jacob and Tama Tonga? Am I crazy? Oh, it was that triple threat match. My bad. It was a triple threat match. My bad. It wasn't a. Was that on Raw? What was the damn Bloodline tag match? I feel like that just happened. What was Raw's main event? Was that? Oh, that was freaking that was Ray Logan Paul. Wasn't there just a freaking Bloodline tag team match not too long ago? Was it last week? It was last week. SmackDown. Bloodline. Cause Cody Rhodes got attacked. Yes, Cody Rhodes got attacked. Because at the end of the match, I skipped the match and I watched the end angle. The angle was Solo returned and spiked Cody Rhodes. That was it. Cody and Jay, that's what it was. Yeah. I skipped those matches. Get the same thing over and over again. So I just watched the end of it. All right, let's talk about the news on SmackDown, which was, look at this shot, by the way. Check this out. Check out this shot of Stephanie. Look at Stephanie soar. Look at Stephanie Vaquer, man. Mega star. Okay, let's talk about what happened on SmackDown. So, after months and months of no updates, no news, Nick Aldis grabbed Bianca and Naomi's attention and said, "Hey, Bianca and Naomi, there's been a new development. Got another angle of the attack on, well, not the attack, but another angle of evidence of the ambulance putting Jade Cargill in there. You see Naomi there, you see Bianca running up, you see Bayley running up. It's the same exact shot, taken from a different angle. It was kind of crazy. So they've been holding on to that angle for 3 months. And if you look very closely, I call this out on Twitter. If you look closely, you can see you can see Liv Morgan and Raquel walking behind there. So the entire time they were there, you just couldn't see it. I thought it was an interesting touch. So they were there. That's Raquel right there. If you look at the frame before, you see Liv Morgan very, very quickly. So Liv Morgan and Raquel was back there walking. I don't know if the plan was for us to see them the first time. Because you can, like, if these two were split right now, you may be able to see them more clearly. I don't know what the plan was. Maybe the plan was for us to see them originally, but we couldn't make it out very closely. So say, you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll show the alternate angle later. I'm not sure what the plan was. Were we supposed to see them back there at the first time we saw this clip, but the shot didn't work out? I don't know. But anyway, they're back there. You look very closely, you see Liv Morgan and Raquel walking back there. It showed us the alternate angle of them walking. Now Bianca and Naomi are so sure that it was them who did it. Naomi says, "Oh, I knew I was framed. They framed me. I did it. I knew they did it. They tried to frame me." That's what she said, right? That's like no evidence whatsoever. Now, Naomi is hilarious. Obviously, this proves nothing. They're walking backstage, like they're walking in the parking lot. It can be anybody. Like there's no evidence of anything. Like it wouldn't hold up in court at all. There's no evidence whatsoever. Obviously, storytelling 101, they didn't do it, right? Liv Morgan and Raquel did not do it. But Bianca and Naomi currently feel like they did, so they're showing up on Raw to confront them. It's very possible to set up the tag match for the Raw after this week. So after Monday, next week Raw, they can set up the tag match for that show. That's Raw before Chamber. I'm not 100% sure they're going to do that. I don't know, but they could do it. They could do it. I still stand firm in the belief that it makes the most sense that Naomi attacked her. By her, I mean Jade Cargill. Does it make any sense for Bianca to do it? Does it make any sense for both of them to do it together? I saw some people say, oh, maybe they both did it. That's even worse than Bianca doing it alone. That's stupid. Because not only does it not make sense for Bianca, now Jade Cargill needs a partner. Who's going to partner with Jade Cargill? If you look at the landscape of the women's division, the pieces are already in place. Like B-Fab is with Michin, got Alexa Bliss now working against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Got Chelsea Green with Piper Niven. All the pieces are kind of in place right now. There's no one to tag with Jade Cargill. It makes no sense. Bayley's on Raw, right? There's nobody there. Charlotte Flair is now in a feud with Tiffany. There is no tag partner for Jade Cargill. This whole Bianca and Naomi did it together is dumb. It's dumber than Bianca doing it by herself. Like the worst solution. The best solution is Naomi did it. Question is, how is it going to play out? How are they going to execute this? Will it be dumb? Will it be smart? That's the question here. Naomi looked. I think she's doing a good job with the nuance in her reactions. I'm not entirely sure if she's showing guilt or not, which is very, very good. I think she's showing signs of being guilty, but that just be her trying to throw the audience off, right? Again, it makes the most sense that she did it. It makes the most sense, but who knows what it's gonna do? Not in the writer's room. All I'm saying is what makes sense or not. I'm not saying it's definitely Naomi. I'm not there. What I'm saying is Naomi doing it makes sense. They could do Bianca did it. They could do that. It would just be dumb. I'm just saying what's smart and what's not. That's all I'm saying. When is Jade Cargill coming back? You would think that we're doing this now. They're showing us this angle because we're getting close to her return, you would think? I don't know. Is the plan for Liv Morgan and Raquel to win these damn tag titles? I think so. Question is, when does it happen? And if it does happen, does that affect Liv Morgan with Rhea Ripley at Mania? It will be Io Sky in a triple threat match. I don't know. But what are your thoughts? I'm gonna shut up. I'll open it up to you. What do you think is happening here? What's gonna happen? Is it gonna tie into the chamber? Will Bianca Belair face Rhea Ripley? Will Liv Morgan and Io Sky do it? Bianca and Naomi walk into the champions? Will they walk into Mania as champions? Will they be losing the titles before the chamber or after the chamber? What's happening? Are we getting a Bianca, Naomi, Jade Cargill triple threat at Mania? Because honestly, that's the only thing I see. The only thing I can see that would be satisfying. Naomi did it. Jade Cargill gets upset. She's mad at Bianca for not seeing the truth or not reaching out. Mad at Bianca for teaming with Naomi. So she's mad at both of them. Even though Naomi did it. Bianca gets attacked by Naomi as well. So Naomi attacks Bianca. That's how she finds out about it. So you have like a three-way situation where all three of them are kind of mad with each other. You have a match. I don't know. That's probably the best bet. Going to lose the titles before Mania. I hope. That's my hope. Bianca, Jade, Naomi. That would make sense. You protect Jade Cargill. Right? Bianca gets the pin on Naomi. You kill two birds with one stone. Jade Cargill gets a match. Bianca's Mania streak is retained. That's what you do. Naomi, Bianca, and Jade for the U.S. title. That would surprise me. How do you bring Chelsea Green into this? Where Naomi beats Chelsea Green? And then Bianca and Naomi and Jade Cargill fight for the U.S. title? And then who wins? Bianca, don't love it. Don't love it. Naomi might get the worst out of this because she is going. Yeah, she'll get the worst of it. No, worst of it in what way? She's going to get TV time. She's going to get promo time. If she's a heel, get more creative because I feel like Triple H and his team likes booking the heels, so she'll get that opportunity. I think it'll be fine. Better than a tag match? Agreed. I'd rather do a US title match than a tag match. That's for damn sure. Maybe it'll be non-title. As crazy as that seems, maybe it'll be a non-title. I don't see her beating Bianca or Jade at all. Same here. Jade shows up at the chamber and attacks Naomi and Bianca. So she interferes in the match. That's a way to get Bianca out of the match, right? But then who wins? Liv Morgan? Sure. So use Jade Cargill to get Bianca and Naomi out of the match. And then Liv Morgan wins. Sure. I guess maybe the entire plan, I think the plan was originally for Liv Morgan to face Rhea Ripley at Mania anyway. So they decided to break it up. So instead of having Liv Morgan go into Mania as champion, so Liv Morgan, we'll give you that match. You'll face Rhea Ripley, but we're going to have a little bit of a change in the middle here. We're going to have you lose the belt to Rhea Ripley, and then you can have a match at Mania as a challenger rather than a champion. That'll freshen things up. Right now, things are getting stale, so we want to freshen it up. I can see that idea. But Io, where did I leave her? Because some people think, oh, she'll cheat. I don't buy that one bit. By cheat, I mean she'll interfere in the match. Why would she interfere in the match? Why? Why not just have Io Sky and Rhea Ripley beat each other up, and whoever wins, you face them? Like, why would you get involved at all? Why? Why would you force a triple threat match? Doesn't make any sense to me, but that's just me. Would it be a needed change for Bianca to turn heel for a change? A needed change? No. It'll happen when it happens. Like, it's not a needed change. Bianca is not the problem with the booking. She's over. Fans love her. She has great crowd reactions. She's not a problem with creative. So a welcome change would be better writing. That's what the welcome change would be. Write better. That's what I want to see. Not so much a different character for Bianca. When it happens, it happens. I have no problem with it. Like I said before, they like booking heels anyway. So if you're a Bianca fan, you probably want her to turn heel, right? Because I think heels get better booking. But I think not necessary for Bianca. She's not the issue here. She's not a problem. She's over. Her storylines are not good. She's been in this whole who attacked Jade Cargill storyline for the longest time. Had nothing to do with heel or face. Had nothing to do with heel or face. That's just her bad booking, that's all. Boring booking. Stale booking from a creative standpoint, not from a character standpoint. The character's fine. I think Rhea Ripley won at Netflix for show debut, I agree. Oh, you think Pedro thinks they have her win the match at Netflix so they can do the Bianca match at Mania? I don't think so. I feel like if Bianca was facing Rhea Ripley, they'd be doing a better job of setting Bianca up for that. Now, I will say this. Keep an eye out for Raw before the Chamber. Bianca faces Liv and Raquel before the Chamber, and they lose, all bets are off. If Bianca and Naomi lose the belts before the Chamber match, all bets are off. Because I have a hard time believing they're going to put the belt on Liv Morgan and then book her to win the Chamber back to back. That doesn't make sense to me. So if Bianca loses the belt, the tag belts, before the Chamber, that's a red flag to say, oh my God, they may be doing it. If she wins and she retains, then nah. This is like the least clarity we've gotten for the Mania spot for the women. This year, the Mania spots were beyond Tiffany, Charlotte, Flair. This year, I don't see what's happening. What's happening with Lyra? What's happening with Becky? What's happening with Bianca, Naomi, Jade, Nia Jax? No clue. Only thing I know about, Charlotte, Tiffany. Everything else is up in the air, and that's crazy. EO, Damage Control, Dakota Kai, what's happening there? No clue. I will say this, though. If EO loses to Rhea Ripley on Raw, and there's no stipulation there, there's no attack, there's no angle, there's no DQ, he just loses, the internet will blow a gasket. By internet, I mean the EO Sky stands. They'll blow a gasket. That'd be crazy to see. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, folks. I don't know. Jay should have been in NXT. That's a tough one. That's tough, though. It's tough to do that with Jade Cargill. I get why they didn't want to do that. I get why. It doesn't mean the right decision. It doesn't mean it's the right decision, but I understand why. It's so confusing. So confusing what they're doing with the women's division for the Mania spots. I just don't know. What is Becky doing? What is Becky doing? She looks so guilty. She looks so guilty. NXT wasn't as good with the women's division when Jay was signed. It wasn't as good. That's true. Her star power, her presence is so large. I don't know how you book her down there. So I understand why. They want her to be like this untouchable strong force, which means she has to win everything down there, which means she'd be booked very, very strong. They don't want to do that with her, so they put her in a tag team, and they hope that over time, Bianca could drag her along. You learn from Bianca Belair over time, but I'm not sure that happened the way they wanted to. I'm not sure. Becky, Raw, after Mania? That's crazy. So Becky Lynch, she misses Mania altogether? Rebecca Quinn is all elite. Yeah, right. Here's a question. If Bianca Belair does win the chamber, what is Jade Cargill doing? If Bianca Belair wins the chamber and faces Rhea Ripley, what is Jade doing? I'll be right back. Think about that. I'll be right back. Seconds. Come on, anyone? Anyone? Naomi against Jade at Mania? Huh. Non-title? That's a SmackDown match, I fear. Remember, there's a SmackDown before Mania being advertised in the same city. They'll have matches on that card. I fear Chelsea Green will be on that card, the SmackDown card, not the Mania card. There's two shows, SmackDown before Mania, Raw after Mania, all in the same city, I believe. Could be wrong. I think so. could you do Naomi, Jade on SmackDown before Mania? Will that satisfy folks? I'd be fine with that. Sorry, Jade. Sorry, Naomi. I have no problem with the Jade Naomi match on SmackDown, not Mania. Bianca is like kryptonite to Joshi stands. Well, Io Sky has a pretty good record against her, honestly. Io's doing fine. Bianca isn't winning. I agree. I think so as well. It's clear that Jade attack storyline will lead into Mania. I think so as well. That's what I'm leaning towards. If I had to guess, the best case scenario is Bianca, Jade, Naomi. Triple threat match. I will say this. That's non-title. That's one. And two, they may be doing a triple threat match for Mania for the Rhea Ripley match. The Rhea faces Io and Liv as a triple threat. Do you have another triple threat? I guess it's possible, but I'm not convinced. It's all up in the air. It's all up in the air. I don't know what's happening, which is fine. I just hope it's good. I don't need to know. I just need it to be good. That's all. That's all. I don't care about Jade Cargill. I just don't at this point. Sorry. I just don't care about who attacked her or what are you doing with her. I just don't care. That bad? That bad? I'm not invested in the Jade Cargill character. I'm just not. Just not. So, what do you do about the situation? I don't know. How good would a Bianca, Naomi, Jade match be at Mania? How good would that be? It'd be great. It could be great. Could be. Did Liv Morgan take the pin? In what match? The triple threat match? Definitely. If they did Liv, Io, Rhea Ripley, Liv taking the pin. Why? Because she's already got pinned by Rhea Ripley a bunch of times already. So it's nothing new. And that preserves a Io, Rhea Ripley match down the line. So you have Liv take the pin. You do a Io, Rhea match at Backlash or whatever. You can preserve that matchup if Io doesn't take a pin. And if Liv Morgan does, you can preserve that matchup. Which is probably the way to go. That's what I would do. Last Legend is what Jade Cargill should have been. Well, I get your point. I will say that. Last Legend, better in the ring than Jade is. She's a star, has aura, has presence, mic skills. Actually great. Actually great. Not 2 months. Jade has been out since November. December, January, February. Almost 3 months now. Almost 3 months she's been out. I think she was attacked like November 22nd, something like that. Jade Cargill attacked. On what day? November 22nd. So almost 3 months. Almost 3 months now. About a week away. That's a long time. That's a long time. If Rhea Ripley pins Io clean on Raw, oh yeah, yes. If Io and Rhea Ripley have a banger, Io loses straight up. There's no angle, there's no shenanigans. The Io stands will riot until Mania is over. They may track down Triple H's his address, and take him out. No lie. No lie. They would have a fit. Io deserves better. Io got screwed. We want EO. That's what they'll do. That's what they'll do. Whether it makes sense or not, that's what they'll do. Anyway, why did they say that Liv Morgan and Raquel attacked Jade Cargill? Because they were walking backstage. Well, not backstage. They're walking in the damn parking lot. Oh, they did it. There's no evidence whatsoever. It's flimsy at best. There's nothing. There's no evidence. They're just walking. Nothing. But we'll see what happens. I'm curious to see what Liv Morgan says. Liv Morgan and Raquel have no problem bragging about attacking people. They talk about it all the time. When they attack Rhea Ripley, they had no problem bragging about it, letting it be known. So I don't know why they hold back at this point. If Liv Morgan and Raquel attack Jade, they'd be shouting it from the rooftops. They'd be shouting it from their homes very loudly. We did that shit. They didn't do it. Clear. So I had a new thread. Let me look at this thread. I'll put it up here. I made a new thread about this whole Jade Cargill nonsense, right? So I can find it real quick. It's an updated one. This didn't go viral. My first video, or my first thread, had like 3,000 likes. This one did not go viral. But people don't care. They're over it, right? But anyway, here's a new thread. Like I said before, Naomi is the third wheel in the big three, and she's tired of it. She gained the most from attacking Jade Cargill. As you can see, she's the champion. When she was trying to do it on her own, she kept losing. She got frustrated, so she decided to attack Jade Cargill, took her spot, and now she's champion. Makes sense, clear motivation. She was the third wheel in the big three. Makes all the sense in the world, logical, straightforward, no complaints there, right? She replaced Jade. We've been seeing some heel teases from Naomi over the last year with Bianca and Bayley, right? Even this moment where Bianca was talking to her, look at her face, dead serious. When you look at her face. Now she smiled before she turned around, right? Look at that face. Look at that death stare. And that's when Bianca accidentally hit her with the braid. Look at that face. That's not nothing. It's something. It could be something. We don't know, right? Here's a video of Bianca Belair winning all the tag matches. Now, this whole idea that Bianca Belair is jealous of Jade Cargill, I saw this online. Oh, she's jealous because Jade Cargill was taking her spotlight. Makes no sense, right? So it's not the story they were telling. Bianca Belair was getting all the pins, right? She was getting the pinfall with victories. Every time they won, Bianca hit the KOD. She got the pin, right? Look at the screen. If Bianca was jealous of Jade Cargill, if that was a storyline, it should have did the reverse. It should have flipped it. It should have had Jade Cargill getting the pins, Jade Cargill hitting her finisher, and getting the wins. That's not what they did. They had Bianca Belair get the shine. So how can Bianca Belair be jealous of Jade Cargill taking her shine if Bianca Belair is the one getting the pinfalls? It makes no sense, right? Look at the screen. I'm not making it up. Bianca Belair getting the pins. So how is she jealous that Jade Cargill took her shine? It makes no sense, right? Exhibit C. Next piece of evidence. Nia Jax accused Bianca Belair well before the climax of the storyline. Typically, in a story, the writer will have someone be accused well before the damn climax of the story. Have you watched Law and Order SVU or Law and Order whatever, right? Usually at the end, it's revealed who did it, right? Before the end, someone else is accused of doing it, right? But the show would have to end if that was the answer, right? If that was correct. So typically it's wrong, right? Usually the people who are accused at the beginning of the episode aren't the one who did it. You find out who did it later on at the end, right? So Naomi sitting there in the ring, chilling, while Bianca Belair is getting accused of attacking Jade, Nia Jax could accuse Naomi. It would have made more sense, but the writers had her do Bianca back in February. Well before, not back in February. This is back in, when was this? This was back in December. Well before the climax of the storyline. Why? Because she didn't do it. Person who did it is standing right next to her. Okay? It's Naomi. Moving on. They say Bianca Belair was jealous because Jade Cargill was taking her shine. But then Bianca Belair had been actively supporting Naomi as she chases for the world title, right? She's supporting Naomi, going to go for 2 belts, right? If Bianca Belair was so jealous of Jade Cargill, why the hell is she supporting Naomi as she chases Nia Jax here? Didn't make any sense. She was fully supporting Naomi, chasing the singles gold while being a tag team. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Bianca Belair is in the exact same position she was in before the attack. Tag team, just chilling in the tag team. She didn't advance her career. She didn't chase Nia Jax. She didn't chase Tiffany. She chased nobody. She's supporting Naomi. Why would she be supporting Naomi if you're jealous that Jade Cargill took a shine? In fact, if you look at the results of the match, now that Naomi is a part of the tag team, she's been getting the pins. Naomi has been getting the pinfalls, not Bianca. When Bianca was tagging with Jade Cargill, Bianca was getting the pins. Now that Bianca is tagging with Naomi, Naomi is getting the pinfalls. If you notice, right? Doesn't make any sense for a Bianca Belair jealous angle, right? At all. In fact, in this clip, Nia Jax kind of ignores Naomi. Look at this. Goes right past Naomi. Naomi talking shit. Naomi challenging her. What happens? She walks right past Naomi like she's not there. This is a story, I hope. This makes sense, right? This is what it should be. She's being overlooked. She walked right by her like she's not even there. That's the storyline. It should be, at least. Bianca Belair is seen to be over Naomi, like they're in the big 3. And Naomi's sick of it. She's sick of being ignored. She's sick of Bianca and Jade Cargill getting the spotlight, them being all chummy, going on to all these shows, doing the Hot Ones stuff. Bianca and Jade have been getting the spotlight in the big 3. She's not a champion. She was tired of it. Evidence right here. Nia Jax ignoring her, going straight to Bianca, right? That's the storyline. She even gets in the middle, like, look at her, trying to wedge herself in the middle here. That's the story. That makes sense. That's proper storyline. So if Bianca attacked Jade, I'm gonna be annoyed. It could happen because the storylines, the writers can be bad, but I'm hoping that's not the case simply because I like things that make sense. That's all. I want things to make sense. Therefore, Naomi should be the one to attack Jade Cargill, even if you think it's predictable at this point. I'll go predictable over nonsensical. Predictable, nonsensical. Logical, bad writing. Now, some people don't care. They want Bianca Belair to turn heel. I don't care if it makes sense. Bianca Belair attacked her. We want her to be heel. I don't care how it happens. I just want to see heel Bianca. That's not me. I'll take heel Bianca. I'll take it. But I want it to make sense. Like KO turn, like Drew McIntyre turn. Let it make sense. Don't just do it just because. Let it make sense. That's what I want. So yes, Naomi being jealous of Bianca and Jade Cargill's success, it makes sense, right? Look at the damn thing. It makes sense. Okay, moving on. Yeah, just me laughing at folks who said that Bianca Belair was jealous that Jade Cargill was taking her shine, but then she turned around and was actively supporting Naomi chasing singles gold. It makes no sense, right? It makes no sense. I said here, it's even worse if they're working together, because now, storyline-wise, Jade Cargill needs a partner. What are you going to do, a handicap match? You have Naomi and Bianca against Jade Cargill, and Jade Cargill going to stack them both? Can you imagine? Can you imagine a match where Bianca and Naomi facing Jade Cargill, and Jade Cargill stacks them both and pins them. A handicap match? That'd be crazy. I'd go be an AW fan at that point. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But that's my wrap up of the latest evidence here. Do the right thing, WWE. Do the right thing. Have Naomi be the one who did it. Don't be stupid. Have Bianca Belair do it. I mean, I'll accept it. I'll still watch, but it'll be dumb. I prefer smart writing and logical storytelling, not foolishness. Okay? Grabbing the pitchforks. After the story, what's next for Bianca? I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it better be. What it better be. This is what it should be right here. After that happens, this is what you should be getting. I'll accept nothing else. If anything else happens but this, I'm going to cry and scream. This is the storyline for Bianca after that. After Bianca Belair deals with Jade Cargill, Naomi nonsense, nothing left. There's nothing left but a year-long build between these two women. Okay? That's it. I don't want to see any more bullshit, because at this point, Rhea Ripley would have faced Io by now, right? She's facing Io on Raw. She may face her at Mania. That's that. Now, she already faced Charlotte Flair. She already faced Becky Lynch. She faced Io, Liv. There's nobody else. I'm convinced he's holding off on this feud for 42. I'm convinced this is why Bianca Belair's booking has been weird. It's been kind of boring, right? Why? Let me ask a question in the chat. Let me ask you guys a question. Why has Naomi and Bianca Belair have been in a tag team, right? Naomi is getting singles opportunities. She's facing Tiffany. She's facing Nia Jax in singles matches, right? Bianca Belair is there in a tag team, not facing Bayley when she's champion, not facing Nia Jax when she's champion, not facing Tiffany. Why? It's because, I'll answer the question. That's rhetorical. I'll answer the question. It's because he doesn't want her taking pins in title matches. Why? He's saving her chasing the title. He's saving that for what? Rhea Ripley, which causes a boring, bland Bianca Belair. It's a blessing and a curse. He values her. Triple H values Bianca Belair. Therefore, I don't want her losing in singles matches. So Naomi, you can lose again and again and again. How many times has Naomi faced Nia Jax at this point? Like 3 of them? Like 3 title defenses? Naomi, you face Nia Jax over and over and over again. It makes sense at this point for Bianca to get a title match. She pinned Nia Jax. She pinned Liv Morgan, but no title match for Bianca because I don't want her taking the L. Because right now, I have her slotted for a bigger storyline after this. So why would I have her taking L's right now to Liv Morgan or Nia Jax? I can't have that. So Bianca, you're going to be in the cut, sitting there in the cut, you're chilling. It'll be boring for your fans. It'll be boring, but I can't have you taking losses right now. You're too important. You're too popular. You're too over. I can't have you taking pins. So Naomi, take a loss. Liv Morgan, take a loss. Io Sky, take a loss. But you, Bianca, no. Which sucks for Bianca fans because you want her in the ring. You want her in storylines. You just have to hope that it's all going to be for a bigger purpose. Okay? A bigger storyline down the line. Kind of crazy to think about it though, right? That Bayley storyline, all that history between Bayley and Bianca. Bianca Belair did not face Bayley when Bayley was champion. I get why. I just explained it why. Bianca will have to lose. She will have to lose. Doesn't want that right now. So no title match between Bianca and Bayley when Bayley was champion. Kind of crazy. But again, wanted to preserve Bianca Belair. not have her taking a bunch of L's in a title match. Losing by roll up to EO is fine. Losing by a roll up to Liv Morgan is fine to build toward storylines. That's all fine. But losing the big matches, big singles matches, can't have that, Bianca. So no match for you. Naomi, step up. Michin, step up. Chelsea Green, step up. Piper Niven, step up. Bianca, you just sit tight. Liv Morgan, step up. EO, step up. Lyra, step up. Bianca, sit there and do your tag matches. We'll get to you later. It sucks, but I get why. I understand why he's doing it, but it makes for a year of hot tags. That's all. A year of hot tags. Do you really think Bianca will win the title this year? It depends on the storyline with Rhea Ripley. It depends. They could do Bianca Belair beats her at SummerSlam. Rhea wins the belt back at Survivor Series-ish. And Bianca Belair faces her again at Mania. It just depends on the storyline. What I think will happen is, I think Bianca will face Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. Rhea will win. She'll win at SummerSlam. Bianca Belair will get back to Rhea Ripley via the Rumble. Maybe even be a heel by then. Wins the Rumble. Faces her at Mania. And then beats her at 42. Yeah, SummerSlam match. Rhea wins. 42, Bianca wins. I think. But that's just, I'm making it up. I don't know. But I think that's probably where they'll go with it. But we did not talk Grand Slam yet. Because honestly, I only watched two matches. I've only watched 2 matches from Grand Slam, to be completely honest with you. Bianca was better booked under Vince. If you mean being a champion at the top of the card, then yes. But remember, he the one who booked the whole. I will say she got more promo time, more of a focus in the single division. But I'm willing to hold off on completely ripping Triple H until I see what happens post 41. Once Bianca Belair leaves this whole tag team nonsense, I'll be curious to see how she booked. I do believe this is the direction. So, I'll be fair and see how he books this. I'll see how he books it. I do believe she was at the top of the card more often under Vince. Eventually, under Vince, she may have gone back. I don't know what would have happened. We'll never know. We'll never know what they would have done. But Vince saw Bianca Belair as a top star, like Triple H does. We saw her as a champion, a belt holder, That's how he saw her. We'll see how Triple H sees Bianca Belair post 41. I only watched 2 matches. I watched Mercedes against Holly Cameron, and I watched the main event. I'll go back and watch the rest of the stuff, I guess, but I thought the women's matches were fine. I thought the ending of the match, I understood what they did it. I understand why they did it. I understand why they had Toni Storm roll up Mariah May, but kind of a lackluster ending. Match was fine, I thought. I think we're going to get another match, a trilogy there, so probably why the ending was so crap. Because they wanted to protect Mariah May. So now we're going to get another match at some point with Toni Storm as champion. Cool for her. Thought the match was okay. Mercedes against Holly Cameron is what it is. Holly Cameron is not great in the ring. It was fine. It served its purpose. Holly Cameron did what she did. She was entertaining. But yeah, you can't put the belt on Holly Cameron anytime soon. Just can't. So that was fine as well. That's all I really watched yet. I didn't watch anything else beyond those 2 matches. Wouldn't rule out Bianca versus Rhea Ripley main eventing SummerSlam. I agree. I think Bianca, Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam this year could main event night 1. It could. really could. You're pretty excited for Mania. Well, that's good. Folks have been complaining about the Mania card. They've been saying Mania sucks. So I'm happy you're excited about it. Triple H booked most of Bianca's reign. He did for Raw. On Raw, he did. Io and Bianca needs to leave the tag division. Yes, they do. I agree with you. I think it happens sooner rather than later. I think Bianca leaves the tag division within the next month or two. And Io, she's already singles. She's already in singles. She's facing Rhea Ripley for the title on the Raw after Chamber, so she's fine. But yeah, I don't want them to be tag team merchants for much longer. I want them to be in the single division here soon. Triple H sees Rhea Ripley more of a star than Bianca. He sees her more of a star than anyway. You didn't see that. He sees her more of a star than anybody. Rhea is his daughter, so she's over everybody. She's over Bianca, over Charlotte, over everyone. That's his daughter. So, yeah, I agree with you. The question's a question, Pedro. I have a question, Will? You asked a question just now. That's a question with a question mark there. Well, go ahead and ask your question. The women didn't have top PLE matches last year because of the champions. I agree. Yes. No disrespect to Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. They went with the storylines over Hoopers. So you had Liv Morgan, who I like more and more. I like her more and more. They had her with this Rhea Ripley feud. There were shenanigans and Dom Mysterio. There's Raquel interfering. It wasn't great. The Nia Jax had some good matches, but there weren't matches that you can have like bangers with. They're just not the performer she is. You're not gonna get a 5-star classic with Nia or Liv Morgan right now. So I want to see I think the next time Bianca Belair is champion, it's gonna be her defining run. Her next championship run will be her defining run, more so than the last one. Especially if she's still heel. I want to see Bianca Belair, Vaquer, Lara Vaqueria. I want to see Bianca Belair, Io again. I want to see Bianca, Stephanie. I want to see Bianca, even Zoe Stark. I want to see everybody who can hoop with Bianca. Bianca, Jordynne Grace. Her next run will be her career-defining one. I want to see banger after banger after banger. Put it in the ring with hoopers. Let her hoop. Let this reign be all hoopers for Bianca in the ring. That's what I want to see. I don't know, Sean. Who wins the Women's Chamber? If I had to bet money, I'd say Liv Morgan. If I was forced to bet money, I'd say Liv Morgan. I have no conviction. When would they do Bianca Charlotte Flair? Well, they tried to do it 2 years in a row. It never happened. 43 or SummerSlam 2026? I have no idea. No clue. But that needs to happen within the next 2 years, I think. It kind of feels like Io was a filler in this feud with Rhea for Liv, though. Io's a filler right now. No. Io doesn't feel like filler right now. She feel like the main opponent for Rhea Ripley right now. Has been introducing it. It feels like she's probably the most important factor right now. Remember, she caused her to lose a match. She then confronted her and said, I'll be coming for you, right? Makes sense that Io Sky is where she's at. I don't think she feels like a filler. I feel like Liv Morgan and Io on the same footing right now. Actually, Liv Morgan doesn't feel like she's ahead of Io Sky right now when it comes to Rhea Ripley. No, I don't think so. Because Liv Morgan has the not Damian Priest, but the Finn Balor stuff, the Dom stuff. He had Bianca and Naomi come after her now. I think Io is more in line with Rhea Ripley right now than Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan had a lot of stuff on the plate. Finn, Dom, Bianca, Naomi right now. The tag team division. They have a title shot opportunity. Io is more centered with Rhea Ripley right now. Now, does that mean she's going to have a Mania match with Rhea Ripley? No, but I think Io is more in line with Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan has more pieces of the puzzle around, you know? Yeah, you guys saw that Wyatt 6 flash for Alexa Bliss? It makes sense for her. Why not? Go back to the Wyatt 6 stuff. That's the direction I want to do. Hopefully, Alexa Bliss presence will elevate that faction, bring it back to the forefront. Right now, apparently Bo Dallas might be injured, but I don't know what's happening there. So maybe the storyline they have with Alexa Bliss will be good. Because right now, she's kind of just, right now the Wyatt 6 is kind of just there. So. You want to see Charlotte and Io as champions? That won't happen anytime soon, but you may see Charlotte as champion soon. Bianca and Io have great chemistry. I agree, they do. They really have good chemistry. They really do. Alexa, Naomi, Roxanne aren't winning. Bayley is feuding with Roxanne. Bianca and Liv are the only options. I agree. Is Liv or Bianca? With Liv being like probably 85% it Liv, like 15% Bianca, something like that. She's an overwhelming favorite, I think, right now. But I don't know what they're doing. I have no clue what's going to happen. I couldn't care less about the Wyatt 6. Yikes. I love Bliss, but I would love for her not to be tied with the Wyatt 6. Yeah, I saw that online as well. Some people are tired of Alexa Bliss being having spooky stuff. They want her to be the goddess again, but I think the goddess is done and over. They won't go back to it. No more goddess stuff for Alexa Bliss. I don't think. Could be wrong, but I don't think she's ever going back to the goddess character. It's going to be the Y6 stuff because that damn doll sells. The Lily doll sells for her. It's popular. She's over as that character, so we won't see the goddess anytime soon, if ever at all. Any other questions about anything? Again, I did not watch AEW. Only watched 2 matches, so. But anything else about? Wow, Athena hit 800 days. I should be happy for her, but nobody's watching that show. Nobody's watching Ring of Honor, unfortunately. But Athena has hit 800 days as Ring of Honor champion. And she's still bullying the hell out of Billy Starks. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it. She should be on Dynamite. She should be on Dynamite. I will not budge 1 inch from that thought. She should be on Dynamite. And she's not. What else is on here? Raw next week, it'll be Roxanne, Raquel, right? I think Roxanne wins. It is very impressive. It is. It's happening behind a paywall, not on Dynamite. Unfortunately. Monet better lose those belts. Monet will not be losing belts anytime soon. I don't think so. Probably the earliest will be July, the summer maybe. She might drop one, but not anytime soon. Oh yeah, Adam Pearce video. I'm gonna go listen to that because I didn't see it. Adam Pearce has a video about Raw. Adam I go WWE. WWE Twitter, see what happens. Let me see. Let me put on my broken headphones here. See what Adam Pearce had to say.
Attention to Monday Night Raw Live. Happy Sunday after Vengeance Day, as I now turn my attention to Monday Night Raw Live tomorrow night from Charlotte. Proud to announce #1 contenders match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Dakota Kai one-on-one with Ivy Nile. And by now everybody's seen the footage of the Jade Cargill aftermath. Yes, Bianca Belair and Naomi will be in the house tomorrow night, and I'm sure that's going to be fun. Speaking of fun, we heard what Sami Zayn said on Friday night. What's he going to say on Raw? Tune in to find out, and don't forget, less than 2 weeks away from the Chamber, last 2 qualifiers. Roxanne Perez goes one-on-one with Raquel Rodriguez, and Finn Balor takes on Seth freaking Rollins. That and so much more live tomorrow night from Charlotte, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on Netflix. And TNA superstar Chris Bay, we are thinking of you. You are going to beat this 1 foot in front of the other. And that, my brother, is official.
Okay, so this is interesting. This is gonna be Raw on Netflix, right? So we may get a lot of storyline push for Bianca and Naomi here with Liv and Raquel. I think it's very possible that Liv and Raquel can pull the trigger on their match or their like guaranteed tag match for next week. Possible. You can see Bianca, Naomi against Liv and Raquel on the 24th. So they're pushing that. They're pushing. Let me read this again.
Sunday after Vengeance Day, as I now turn my attention.
Oh yeah, okay, so Dakota Kai, Ivy Nile. Sorry, Dakota Kai stands, another loss. Another loss for Dakota Kai. Ivy Nile wins that. You get Ivy Nile against Vaquer sometime within next month. Ivy Nile wins that for sure. And then I'll be interested to see how they book the whole Bianca and Naomi stuff. That's interesting to see. That can be fun to see how they do that. Sami's on Raw as well. Roxanne will beat Raquel, I think. And Seth wins against Finn. Sorry, Finn. You're going to lose that. It looks like a good Raw. Looks like a good Raw. Yes, Lyra will beat Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile is her first opponent. Maybe Becky shows up after Ivy Nile. Maybe that's when Becky shows up. Ivy loses, then Becky shows up. Probably not. Momo should take the strong belt. So I didn't know. Momo popped up in Australia to confront, well, not really confront, to be in attendance to watch Mercedes. Momo won that damn match that happened not too long ago. The winner gets a shot at a title of their choice. Momo has already lost to Mercedes already for the strong belt. Is it the direction they're going? Are they going to have Momo face her again for the strong belt? Or will it be for the AWTBS belt? I don't know. But Momo was there to watch. You're saying that Momo should take the strong belt. Why not? Why not? Jamie Hayter takes the belt off of Mercedes. So you have Momo winning the strong belt. Got Jamie Hayter taking the TBS belt. Who takes the freaking those UK belts? Those UK titles. Takes that. No clue. No idea. Buddy Matthews' ankle turn looked nasty. I'll go watch that later on. Rhea is still in. She's in Australia. Rhea's in Australia. I didn't know that. Rhea's in Australia right now. Well, if that's the case, Maybe Bianca Belair and Naomi will be the focus of the show. His daughter won't be in town. So no Rhea on Monday, you're saying? Are you sure about that? Oh, she went to Australia to support Buddy? So she's in Australia to support Buddy? He backstage? AAW? I didn't know that. So Rhea Ripley was supporting her husband. Are they married? I don't remember anymore. So Rhea Ripley was supporting her man in Australia. Well, maybe she won't be in Raw. It's not her? It's not Rhea Ripley? This is not Rhea Ripley? Okay, I'm about to say, there's a doppelganger out there. There's like woman who needs to be like, who stole her DNA. I don't know. That's crazy. If that wasn't her, I'd be like, that's insane. That's insanity. That is insanity. I was about to freak out. Like, what? Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her. Give them a different picture. Okay, a different picture. All right. So is she in Australia? Yes or no? Okay, so this is after the match. She can hop on a plane. She can hop on a plane. What other picture? You can hop on a plane. Let me see something real quick. WWE. Not that this matters. Let me see the official website. A Rhea Ripley picture there. That doesn't matter, but I'm just curious to see if it's there. Charlotte, North Carolina. What? There's only one picture? What's going on here? It's weird. Braun Breaker. The only featured superstar for Charlotte, North Carolina. Where's meet and greet? Oops. My bad. That's a meet and greet. I say, what? Well, you look at that. The number one featured superstar, Rhea Ripley. We'll see. Look how old this is. Never mind. Ignore it. Ignore it completely. A freaking Damon Priest picture here. Ignored. Ignored. Not up to date. Means nothing. Means nothing. Doesn't mean shit. None of this makes shit. None of it makes any sense. It's not relevant. Let's see next week Raw. No Priest this time, at least. No Priest. What do they have for the Chamber for the stars? Just curious. John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. Go. Oh no, the wrong thing. Event details. There you go. Good for Liv and Bianca Belair being featured with John and CM Punk as Chamber superstars. Or featured superstars. That's big. It's big for Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair. Naomi hates me. Well, she's the best option. Willow or Chris will take the UK belts from Mercedes. I think somebody who's there more often should take the belts. Somebody will be booked there. I think she needs to put somebody over who will be active in that promotion more often. But that's just me. Naomi's just mad that I'm speaking facts about the situation. Naomi just needs to realize that nothing else makes sense. It has to be her. If it's not, rather suck. They have a lot of fun online. IWC Universe, or W Universe, IWC, we must all come together and vote to stop Chelsea Green. Unjust ban of wedgies simply because she... there are pro wedgies. Yep. Sorry, Chelsea Green. They have a lot of fun online. Her and Chelsea Green going back and forth. Dear WWE Universe. Got a whole entire document. This is fun stuff. Creative stuff online. It's all great. This is an official document. Must be taken very seriously. From Chelsea Green. Shafting relief. Fun stuff. From Chelsea Green. Even Bianca is getting more active. Have you noticed? She's getting more active on Twitter these days, which is good to see. Usually she's ignoring Twitter. But even she's tweeting more often. Look at this. Good stuff. Good stuff. Braun Breaker is in the mid card, and Braun Breaker will probably have a match against AJ Styles soon. Do Bianca and Naomi cost Raquel the match tomorrow? I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you brought that up. Because I was meaning to bring that up. Yes. 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 Then Bianca Belair and Naomi have a moment with Liv Morgan and Raquel before the match. We have a tussle. And later on, Bianca Belair and Naomi go out there and it causes a distraction. Because I think they want to protect Raquel. At first I thought they'd have Io do it, but now Io's happy because Io has a match. So she has a match against Rhea Ripley scheduled. So she won't attack. And she already pinned Liv Morgan anyway. She got her rematch. Well, she got her revenge on Liv Morgan, so that's that. So I do believe shenanigans with Bianca and Naomi will cause Raquel to lose. I do think they want to protect Raquel. And I don't think anybody's going to pin her clean except for Rhea Ripley. So, yes, I do believe Bianca and Naomi will cause a DQ. Not DQ, but maybe a DQ. By accident. But I do think they'll interfere in the match somehow. So, that's how they lose. And if that's the case, then maybe the tag match happens next week. Bianca and Naomi. Kind of has to, right? Kind of has to. If Bianca Belair, Naomi show up, cause a havoc. Raquel loses her match to Roxanne. They'll set up the tag match for next week. Putting my foot down right now. I'm calling it. On the 24th of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, Bianca and Naomi will face Liv and Raquel before the Rumble on that show. For the Chamber on that show. Oh, okay. So even Raquel didn't lose clean to Rhea Ripley. So yeah, I think 24th of the month, Raquel, Liv, Bianca, Naomi, for those tag titles will happen. And we'll see. Because my eyes will be glued to that show. If Bianca and Naomi lose, Bianca might win the Chamber. If Liv Morgan and Raquel lose, Liv is probably going to win the Chamber. I do not believe a tag team champion, a current tag team champ, will win the Chamber. I don't think so. Rhea Ripley beat Raquel in a street fight. That sounds right. It sounds right. Sounds right. But yeah, 24th of the month. I'm hoping it'll be a tag match, and Bianca and Naomi will be free with the tag titles. But then again, do I want that? If that happens, Bianca will probably win the chamber. So do I want that? I don't know. Unless to put a fast one and Bayley wins, that'd be surprising. That'd be surprising. That'd be surprising. Anyway, all right, folks. Yes, with the Riptide? Yeah, okay. All right, folks, that's longer than I wanted to go. Thanks so much for joining me on the stream. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Monday will be a fun show. Bianca, Naomi, Liv, Raquel, confrontation. You got Sami Zayn on the show. You got qualification matches. Dakota Kai will lose to Ivy Nile. Stuff happens on that show. Roxanne's first match on Raw. No, she wrestled on Raw. She wrestled on Raw after Mania, so her second match, big match. She gets pinned on Saturday, but she wins on this show, so it's all good. Evens out, so. The final 6 will be Roxanne, Bianca, Naomi. Very interesting. Bayley, Liv, Alexa Bliss. So there'll be no heavy. No Piper, no Rhea Ripley, no Raquel, no Nia Jax. So Bianca Belair will be the strongest person in kayfabe in that damn cage. How are they going to book that? That's going to be interesting to see how they book that match. Maybe Nia Jax should have been in. Maybe should have put Nia Jax in there. But too late now. Too late. All right, folks. See you later. Watch you guys later. Enjoy Raw and enjoy the week. I'll go back and watch AW, maybe. I'm not sure yet. We'll see.